Hi there everybody, and welcome to this final lesson in our series on how to use Google Presentations. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to create custom layouts in your template themes, and then we're going to see how you can share your presentation with other people so that they can collaborate and comment on it. And then finally, I'm going to just show you once again how to present your presentation that you've been working so hard on. But before we move to any of that, there's just one small thing that I want to do that we didn't get a chance to do in the previous lesson. Now, if you remember, in the previous lesson, we ended off by making a slide which was a multiple choice question. I want to quickly show you how we can make that same slide into the same question that's going to show us which are the correct answers. Take a look. So this is the question here that we're going to be working on, and the first thing I'm going to do is just make a copy of this slide. Very simple to do. Right click on the slide and duplicate the slide. That's going to create slide 8 here. And I know that answers A and D are the correct answers. So what I'm going to do to indicate that they are the correct answers in this question is I'm just going to shade them in the theme green. Those two table rows in the theme green, and now you can see that as we move from one slide to the next, it's quite clear which are the two correct answers. Okay, glad to have gotten that out of the way. Now I want to show you how you can create your own custom layouts inside your presentation. Let me just show you why we might want to do that. Take a look. You'll see in this slide over here, let me just insert one more of those. This was the title and body slide. And you'll see that there is only one of these boxes within which you can enter text. But now, what if I wanted a slide that had two boxes into which I could enter text, and I didn't want them side by side, I wanted them one over the other? We don't have a template, a layout for that, but I can create my own one. Let me show you. Let me just delete this slide before we move any further. Now, to do that, all that we need to do is we need to go into Master View. Once we're in Master View, you can see all the layouts that we currently have here. And as you click on them, the detail will appear in the right-hand side. But what I'm going to do, just select the last one, and I'm going to insert a new layout. And what that does is it inserts exactly what it says, a new layout that I can now customize. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that there is a slide title already on the slide. Why is that? Well, if we have a look at the kind of the master layout over here, you'll notice that that slide title is already present over there. And every new layout that I create within this is going to have that as a title. But what you'll see is that the master slide does not have the nice blue box underneath that title. So what I want to do is I want to firstly place that nice blue block underneath my title. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of the layouts that does have that nice blue block. I'm going to copy it, go to my new layout, and paste. But you can see what's happened, can't you? We've pasted that nice blue block on top of our title text, so we can't see the title text anymore. If you're familiar with Microsoft PowerPoint, you'll know that on every slide, every object is in a stack, in a layer. All that we need to do is we need to send that blue block to the back. Let me show you how. Select that blue block, and then from the Arrange menu, select the Order and Send to Back. And that's going to send that blue block all the way to the back. Now it's behind my master title slide. Now all that I need to do is I need to add those boxes onto the slide where I can enter my text. Let me show you how. Select the master slide layout that we're working with, and from the Insert menu, we're going to go to Placeholder. Now we've got a title placeholder, which is why this one is grayed out. We don't want a subtitle placeholder, we want a body text placeholder. So I'm going to select that option, and now I can draw in the placeholder as large as I would like it to be. I think that's about right. But remember, I wanted one underneath it as well, stacked. So insert another placeholder, and I'm going to draw that other one below here. Let's line it up nicely. Now, don't be confused or concerned that it's got all of this text in the placeholder. That's going to disappear as soon as you start typing into this placeholder. Now, the next thing I want to do is I just want to give this layout a name so that it's easy for me to identify it when I want to reuse it. You'll see up here there is a rename button. So all that we need to do is click on that rename button and type in our new name. And I'm going to call this, instead of 2 columns, I'm going to call this 2 rows, because I've got 2 rows of placeholders. Now that that's done, I can close the slide master, and I can now go and insert a slide based on that new master. So from this drop-down list, you'll see that there is my new master. I can simply click on it, and it's allowing me now to insert text in those placeholders and a title in the title placeholder. So now I'm all ready to enter the content onto the slide. The title of the slide is going to be question 2. The question I'm going to ask learners is the following: solve for x. And the equation is 2x plus 3 equals 5. In the bottom box, I'm going to insert the worked solution, which is that. And I just need to do some formatting on my text here. Our standard has been to use font size 30, so that's what I'm going to choose. Font size 30 for the solution as well. And the other thing that we need to do for the solution is just change its font color, which I'm going to do, and it's this dark theme blue over there. Right. Now the last thing I want to do to this slide is I just want to animate the worked solution so that it's not on screen while learners should actually be answering the question. So to do that, I'm going to select this bottom placeholder here, and I'm going to add an animation to that. Simply insert animation, and I would like a fade-in animation that happens on click, but I'd also like the animation to execute itself by paragraph. In other words, 1 line at a time. I'm just going to speed the animation up a little bit to make it 0.5 seconds. And if we play this animation, you can see now how it's going to look. There's the question that they need to solve, and then on the next click, the worked solution starts to appear, click by click. Okay, well now I hope you can see that you can create whatever slide templates you like. So if the slide templates that come with a preset presentation aren't exactly what you want, you can really go ahead and create any slide layout that you like, and then keep reusing it again and again. This is a huge time saver when you've got lots of presentation work to do. Now the final thing that I want to do is just take you through how to share your presentation with your colleagues or your friends so that they can collaborate with you on it or even comment on it. And then we're going to close out by just showing you once again how to present your presentation to an audience. Take a look. Well, firstly, let's just get rid of the animations section over here. Now to comment is very, very simple. All that you need to do is select the text that you'd like to make a comment on. So let's just say, for example, that we like to make a comment on that line of text over there. Select that line of text, insert, comment, and you can add in your new comment. Once you're done, you just click on the blue comment button, and that comment is now available for other people to view, and if they click on it, they can reply to your comment, and so you can start to discuss the content of your presentations. Obviously, the other thing, like you can do with all Google Documents, is to share it. Very simply by clicking on the big blue share button, top right-hand corner, and as before, you simply type in the email address of the person you'd like to share it with in this box over here. Tell them what kind of rights they have. Can they edit the presentation? Can they just comment? Can they just view? Maybe you want to add a message in terms of telling them exactly why you're sharing the document with them. And finally, you can click on the send button. Now there's one other neat feature about Google Presentations that I want to show you. If you've gone through with us the document series of videos, you will remember that in that series we showed you how to publish a document onto the web for anybody in the world to view it. Now you can do exactly the same thing with presentations. But what's really nice about presentations is, let's say for example that you go on holiday and you've got a couple of pictures that you would like to share on your website or your blog. Now your website or blog might not have the functionality to present a slideshow of those photos. So what you can do is you can create that slideshow inside Google Presentation and then simply embed the Google Presentation in your website. Very simple to do in a couple of clicks. Let me show you how. Now if this is the presentation that we want to publish, very simple to do. From the File menu, move down here to the option Publish to the Web. You'll get this dialog box. All that you need to do is you need to click Start Publishing. Confirm your selection, and now you get this long list of options. You can create just a link to this presentation that someone can look at if they follow that link. But this is the code here that if you copy and paste it into your website will embed this presentation into your website. As normal, you can share it with social media. You can determine the presentation size. You can determine if you want the presentation to advance automatically and how quickly. Will the presentation start automatically, and will the presentation restart after it has finished? So now, the final step. We want to present our presentation to an audience or a group of people in front of us. Let me quickly just stop publishing this document. Over here is your presentation command button. Now from this drop-down menu, you'll see that you've got different options with which to present. Present from the beginning, present with a set of speaker notes if you've created notes down here in the bottom, or present in a new window. Now you can explore and experiment with those options. But very simply, to present this presentation, you really just need to click on the big Present button, and that's going to move you into a full screen view. Just note what it says, exit full screen by clicking the Escape key. And now you're in your presentation, and you can click from slide to slide. And this is the presentation view that your audience are going to see. When you're done, as you move your mouse around, this menu up here appears. Click on Exit, and that will take you back to the presentation workspace. Well, I hope you've had fun going through this series of lessons on using Google Presentations. And I hope that you have lots of hours creating wonderful presentations of your own. Until next time, bye-bye.